Okay, we're recording.
Great, thank you. I'd like to call to order the special meeting of the Garrison Board of Education, Tuesday, September 29th at 6 p.m. We will now move to a roll call vote. Dusty, would you like to call the roll?
Sure. Jocelyn Apicello.
Here.
David Gelber.
Excused.
James Hoke.
Also excused.
Madeline Julian.
Here.
Courtney McCarthy.
Here.
Matthew Spicer.
Also excused.
Sarah Tormey.
Here. Thank you very much, Dusty. We will now move to the Pledge of Allegiance. I'll lead this. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Carl, superintendent's remarks. Do you have anything you'd like to say, or should we just move on to the agenda?
We can move to the agenda. We'll say thank you to everyone for giving us some time for this special meeting. This is a time-sensitive resolution, and we appreciate it.
Okay, great. I'm so sorry it got so dark in here too. My light bulb just went out before this meeting, so hopefully we'll get through this quickly. Okay, I'm going to move on to the new business, request for approval of contract A&A Maintenance California, Inc. I'm going to read the recommended action first. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Garrison Union Free School District hereby approves the school district to enter into a contract in a form approved by the district superintendent and its legal counsel with A&A Maintenance California, Inc., located at 965 Midland Avenue, Yonkers, New York, 10704, for the provision of custodial services to the school district in an amount not to exceed $35,000 for the 2020-2021 fiscal year. Be it further resolved that the board hereby authorizes the district superintendent to execute the approved contract with A&A and such other documents as are necessary to perform the custodial work at the school district. Before we move to a vote, Mr. Torty, would you like to comment on this?
Sure. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Albano for all his support and guidance, Dusty for putting up with me every day, and the board for entertaining this our proposal here. I really thank you for your time, and I appreciate it, and I'm sure the community will appreciate it also. Since April, as you know, we've been living in, even a little bit before, in a different world here, and I've been living and breathing with SED, CDC, and the Department of Health guidance, which we've been adhering to and going up and above their requirements. To do that, we've had to change a lot of things. As you know, we're with outside transportation for our out of district. We brought some of these people down to help out during the day. Now, like I said, we're really trying to go up and above the CDC guidance. So what we've been doing, and we're required to do also by SED, is to clean cafeteria tables and disinfect them after every use. So now that we're eating in the classrooms, we have approximately 160 cafeteria tables. So these are all being cleaned and disinfected in the middle of the day also. And it gets a little tough, especially with the middle school who's all eating at the same time. And so in a perfect world with bringing the people down, it works okay. However, we're not in a perfect world all the time. At times we are still forced to do a little bit of transportation. At times where somebody's out sick or whatever. So, you know, I've been working a lot, my staff's been working a lot, and we're not even into heating season yet. So if I get pulled aside, then we're totally off base with all these things. So what I would like to do is get a cleaning company to come in here and help us out with the evening cleaning, and also some special things that maybe we're not doing quite as well because we just don't have the time right now. For example, I don't know if you all know, but we are starting a disinfecting schedule right away at 10 o'clock every morning. We start doing all the bathrooms. So Mandy and I go one side of the building, Mark goes the other side of the building. Every bathroom in the school is getting disinfected again between 10 and 11. Then the lunchtime starts. So the staff is staying really busy then. Again, everything is being cleaned and disinfected at night also. However, there's some things that I think a little more detail work that we need to really start harping on before. I like the dusting, for example. I would like to do better with the dusting. But also what I like to do at night, we now have a new backpack sanitizer, and it disinfects. I want Anthony to come down to about 11:30 so he can come in and help us now with the cafeteria cleaning. But at night, I now want him to go around and spray and disinfect every night with this backpack. This is a lot more scientific with the positive and negative ions. I can't explain it scientifically. I'm sorry, I'm not a scientist, but I know it will do a lot better job than just, and a lot less time than regular man work. Also, again, like I said, I want to start doing a little bit more with the univents. We have been putting new filters in. We do have the MERV 13 filters in all the middle school and part of the elementary right now, because I'm still not sure that they're a good fit for the elementary. So, but I want to continue keeping those all vacuumed, and I want to do that on more than a monthly schedule. I know they say to do it quarterly, but I want to do it more than quarterly. It allows me to do that. Little things like just vacuuming windowsills and cleaning the glass and all the entrances a little more often, because fingerprints show up in a day or two on the glass. I also think that it's important that we auto scrub all the hallway floors, which we haven't really been doing as often as we should. We do have the automatic floor scrubber. Let's use it. Let's use it every day for these floors. At this point, what we're doing, we're not completely mopping every floor in all the classrooms every day. We're on a schedule, so they're getting done 2 to 3 times a day. The other floors are being spot mopped. I think now, especially with all the cafeteria food in there, we need to start mopping these floors every night, every single floor. And this will be able to be done with a new company coming in. But all in all, this will help us go well up above all the guidelines for the CDC and Department of Health, but also pay attention to the more detailed stuff, which I think can easily be left behind when we're concentrating on cleaning and disinfecting. So that's my main reason for asking for this. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Sarah, if I may just add, so first of all, Michael, thank you for all that detail. Let me say Michael and the custodial team are working nonstop. In addition to all the disinfecting, their traffic has been incredibly smooth every morning and every dismissal. And really that is attributable to people like Nurse Melissa, but also Michael and his team. They're out there diligent every day. And the disinfecting, for us, that is the highest priority. But there are things, maybe you could argue more cosmetic things, like Michael mentioned, windows, and that's important as well. It may not be a health issue, but I think to keep the building clean, top to bottom is great. And the good thing about this proposal is that there's flexibility. There's no commitment. We're asking the board for approval up to $35,000. And right now we're thinking after school hours, 2 4-hour cleaners from the company to come in when everyone is out of the building, all the students would be out, and have them, help with the routine, enable one of the afternoon, evening people to come in earlier and assist Michael and his team days. I think it's a good recommendation, but in the event that maybe Michael has 1 or 2 people out, and again, in years past, if you felt under the weather, a lot of times you came in and you powered through. Now you must stay home. It's a safety issue. So if someone isn't feeling well, we say stay home. And this company could serve as a backup if we did need an extra 1 or 2 cleaners. So, we're asking for approval. It is up to $35,000 because that is the legal limit without going out for bid. If the model is working well, and we want to make a longer commitment to this model, we'll come back to you in a few months. But I think this is a great way for us to at least test it out and settle into it. And if it's something that's really effective, we may come back, November or December, maybe with a longer term request.
Thank you, Carl. Board members, do I have any questions? Courtney?
I think we covered this the other day, but just to be sure, and for anybody watching, if the school does get closed down by Governor Cuomo, we're not locked into this contract. We don't have to pay for services that we don't use, correct?
Absolutely correct. And that's why I think in some ways it's better than hiring an additional person, because we have flexibility. We could stop the service with a day's notice.
Any other questions? Madeline?
Thank you both, Carl and Michael, for bringing this up. I think it's a great idea and definitely needed. My question is, I have two questions. Do we have enough funds to cover this under our uncommitted funds? And then the second question is, how long do you think this 35K will last? Is it to the end of the year? Is it 1 month? What's the projection on that?
Madeline, I saw Sue Hutter, our business official, in the audience. So you have two financial questions. I think Sue could respond.
Again, I wish I had a magic ball to really predict this. $35,000 in all is not really a make or break. I will say that it was not budgeted for, as many of the things that we've been approving lately have not. But I do back what Mike Twardy and Carl said. I really feel that this is a service that is needed. Just really to make sure that we're covering all our bases, keeping things up to stuff. I think that custodial staff's doing an excellent job. Very impressed with what they're doing and how they're doing it and how they're keeping track of everything. I do think that we have to keep an eye on all the finances, not just something like this, but we do have a lot on our plate. If you take this with the transportation and with the iTutor, it is a lot of money that we're spending beyond what we budgeted for. I want to say that, come, the end of October, when we start seeing bills come in, it's a better time to evaluate where we are and where we need to go from there. If I knew for sure, I guess I can give a better answer. If I knew for sure that we were going to be open 180 days, or if we were going to be virtual for part of those days. What I see other schools doing, closing for 2 days here and there. I don't see how that would be a money saving piece. And so I think that's something that we have to see what's happening in Garrison. It's great. We made it through a whole month, really. Tomorrow, September, with no incidents, and I think that's terrific. And the kids are so happy when you see them around the school and everything. So I know that's kind of a vague answer, but I think I could be more specific in a month when we see where we're at in a month. So I see Sarah had her hand.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you. And so in terms of the actual numbers, though, I believe the cost per hour was estimated at around $37 per hour. So it looks like it's about $300 a day for 2 cleaners for 4 hours.
Right.
Which, Madeline, I think would run us about 23 weeks at $35,000. They're coming in 5 days. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So unless we need backups, right? Unless you have somebody out sick or something, but so we should be able to, 23 weeks is quite a while, not including when we're closed and all of that.
Yeah.
For holidays. So
Thank you, Sue and Sarah. I definitely think that this is a great idea. We just have to keep an eye on the budget and also on the contract. Courtney, how you said if we don't need it any longer, we can.
Yeah, and I think that's gonna, Mike's gonna probably chime in after, having these cleaners for a few weeks. You're gonna see how we're using them, and if if the 4 hours per person a night is sufficient, or if we need more or need less. So I think it would actually give us a better way to go out for an RFP as well. We'll know better what we want to put in that RFP.
Agreed.
I didn't chime in, Sue.
I know.
All right, I thank you both. Do I have any other questions for Sue or for Michael from the board? All right, Sue and Michael, thank you for the time and for joining us. Think, unless anyone has any other further questions or comments, we can move to Courtney.
I just want to say thank you again to Mike for all of your hard work and diligence and going through every detail. The school is way cleaner than my house, so thank you.
Well, thank you for all your support. This community is a great community to work for. It really is.
All right, I'm going to move us because I need to get us to a vote before we lose people here because there's just a quorum. So, Dusty, would you call the roll for the vote, please?
We actually need a motion.
Oh, sorry, I need a motion. Thank you.
Seconded.
Okay, ready for the roll call?
Ready?
Okay, Jocelyn Apsello,
Aye.
Madeline Julian,
Aye.
Courtney McCarthy,
Aye.
Sarah Tormey.
Aye. Thank you, Dusty. All right, and it's exciting. Now I'm going to move to adjournment. I'm going to read the recommended action. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Garrison Union Free School District hereby adjourns the special meeting of September 29th, 2020. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Thank you. Dusty, do you want to do a roll call vote?
Sure. Jocelyn Apsello,
Aye.
Madeline Julian,
Aye.
Courtney McCarthy,
Aye.
Sarah Tormey.
Aye. All right. Thank you all. And for those of you attending the open house later, I'll see you soon. All right.
Have fun.
Thanks, Carl. Thank you, Dusty.
everyone.
You're welcome. Good night.
Night.